Let's go. There. Start things off with some Ronnie Dio. Not his first band, but the first band that really took him to great prominence. He was in a band called Elf before, but the minute he joined forces with Ritchie Blackmore and Rainbow, that's it. He etched his name in the rock and roll annals. I didn't say anal, I said annals. How's everybody? Yeah, Ronnie and the Red Caps. Yeah, that's all the early stuff, man. All right, what do we do here? Just like we did for 223 straight days, what we'll do is just, I don't know, plow through. I don't know why my stream is always unstable. Keyframe interval too high. I don't know how to fix that shit. It makes me completely nuts that this happens. This is the thing that I haven't been able to figure out yet. Even on YouTube, please use a keyframe frequency of 4 seconds or less. Currently, keyframes are not being sent often. Maybe what I'll do is I'll put this on the main screen, and I don't know if it can be fixed now, but yeah, march forward, soldiers. Why don't you let me play a little bit of music for you? Get us started. I was supposed to play some Swans yesterday, but we got into classical music. That's not a bad thing. But Swans, classical music doesn't necessarily fit together, you know. So I thought I'd play some for you today. Same album. Album's called Filth. Song's called Right, Wrong. Happy Thursday, everybody. right. And there's our portion of noise. Always good to have a bit of noise, right? Okay, I know some of you won't agree with that, but me, I like my noise. I just do. All right, folks. How's everybody's week been going up to now? Not really feeling it these last couple of days. Fight through. I guess that's what you do, right? When you're not feeling it, you just grind. So, help me grind tonight, will you? What do you say? Can I count on you? We won't run out of records to play, that's for sure. Hey. What I want to tell you is tomorrow, you guys might want to tune in. Friday will be a very special Friday. Many of you know this already, but we're going to be doing our regular show, so Virus Broadcast 225 is still going to happen at the regular time, but after that, I'm going to be taking a little bit of a break, and then at midnight, so Saturday midnight, I guess, like as soon as the show's over kind of thing, what we will do is a group watch session. We're going to watch the premiere of Borat 2 together. This will be possible through Twitch. So it's not something that we can do on YouTube. YouTubers, if you need another reason to open up a Twitch account, this would be it, because you will have a chance to watch Borat 2 in community. Looks like Polam has it all set up. It seems pretty simple to do. Maybe what we'll do is test something out a little later on tonight, just for a little, just put it on a program. I'll put on Married with Children or something. We'll watch an episode of Married with Children after this show is over, just to make sure that everything works. And tomorrow Borat 2 comes out. And I don't get excited about too many movies, but I'm excited about this one. So I'm going to make sure that I'm going to be all rolled up, get myself some drinks, and that's what I'm doing tomorrow night. And you're all invited. So if you want to watch Borat, here's your chance. If you're a member of our Twitch community, you will be able to do it. You don't need a Amazon Prime account. All you need is to be Amazon Prime on this one here, on what we're doing here. So if you're subscribed to this channel, you're going to be able to watch it without any problem. Right? So I think it'll be a good show, man. It's something I'm looking very forward to. I need some laughter. I feel beat up by life lately. So fuck, it's funny, man. I don't know how life works sometimes. Sometimes you get up and you're just chugging along, everything's beautiful. And then other times you just can't get out of bed. I mean, it's something I'm familiar with, obviously. Bipolar and depression is something that, I battle sometimes, but it's been going so well. And lately, all of a sudden, it hasn't. Is it the change in the weather? Yeah, maybe. Could be. Don't know. Why am I mentioning it? Again, simply so that maybe you guys don't feel so alone. Because, this is shit that we all got to deal with, especially this year, right? So, I promise you're not alone. Not sure the noisy music I'm planning to play over the next little while is going to make a difference, but maybe it will. Company usually makes a difference. Hanging around with a bunch of people, that's the good stuff. So we certainly have that happening here, and I'm so very happy that you're here with me. It helps, most certainly. Why don't I play you some of the weirder Scott Walker, an album called Bish Bosh.
plucking feathers from a swan song. Spring might gently press its thumbs against your eye. While plucking feathers from a swan song, a cobweb melts within a wound. While plucking feathers from a swan song, an incontinent is singing Scarpia. While plucking feathers from a swan song. While plucking feathers from a swan song, a mythic instance of erotic impulse. While plucking feathers from a swan song is slipping under a surefire sign. While plucking feathers from a swan song, Deloid Rodipers join the chittering circuit. While plucking feathers from a swan song. While plucking feathers from a swan song, shit might pretzel Christ's intestines. While plucking feathers from a swan song, being crushed from the inside out. While plucking feathers from a swan song, on the snow rummy flaunts unmanly dribble. While plucking feathers from a swan song. While plucking feathers from a swan song, a tiny laugh dirties everything it touches. While plucking feathers from a swan song, night stops dripping through the stars. While plucking feathers from a swan song, blast the sheet of jewels horizon to horizon. While plucking feathers from a swan song.
Right. Noisy, off-putting. Yeah, man. Lots of Scott Walker's later records. Nothing at all like his early stuff. Far more experimental. I love it. I love all Scott Walker. All of it. From the Baroque pop of the Walker Brothers, the sun ain't gonna shine anymore. The sky ain't gonna fall from the sky. The sun ain't gonna shine anymore. It's beautiful. And all the way to the later stuff. I probably put on his noisiest and most challenging record. I like when people say that was pretty cool. Yeah, I think so too. As a matter of fact, you want to do me a favor? I want to hear more of it. Anybody want to put up for some noisier experimental stuff? Especially those of you who know the noisy experimental stuff already. Show us what you know, man. Let's get that shit happening. I think I could go for that vibe. In any case, that's where it is that I'm starting. We're going to go with some of the very earliest electronic music ever. I never remember what their names are. One of them is Krauss. The other one is Paul Beaver and Bernard Krauss, The Nonsuch Guide to Electronic Music. This is a box set, a 2 LP box set that came out in the late 60s. And I won't say 100% certainty, but this might be the first actual like multi-LP album of electronic stuff, of strictly electronic stuff. So it's the weirdness, man. This is the roots of electronic as you know it now. I know some of you like that stuff. Others, well, it's a curiosity, right? It gives you something different to listen to and say, oh, okay, now I know what it is. I think there's some value in that. Yeah, Polam says he was listening to Nin Ghosts 5 and 6. Yeah, dude, I wish I had the Ghosts records. That's my shit, man. I very much like what 9 Inch Nails does. All right. Here's some earlier stuff. Beaver and Krauss. All right. Looks like it's one of those short sides. We could deal with that. We got more of this electronic stuff coming up. So, who is it that's leaving? iPol Pro is leaving for a bit. Hope you don't miss any noisy stuff. Well, you're going to be missing some of this electronic stuff, that's for sure, because that's what I have queued up for now. Requests haven't started coming in yet, so this is the part of the show where I just do me. And, yeah, I guess that's what I'm feeling. Oh, Orlando's already got a request. Where are we going to go there? He wants some Slint. That's a good pick. I got some lined up to get us there, though. All right. We got at least another two. I want to play some Melvins for you off, I think it's the bootlicker that I put on. For now, I'm going to play something off this most excellent compilation here, Deutsche Elektronische Musik, Volume 2. There's a bunch of volumes of this stuff. I have like 4 of them. Here, a band called Ashra Temple. So, those of you familiar with the krautrock, I'm sure you know Ashra Temple. But, they're good, you know. Here's your chance to find out for yourself. Oh, fuck off. I'm not in the fucking mood for this. Alright, let's start this over again. Sorry, folks.
Look at the sky with me. The clouds tell us a story. There is a lovely gypsy queen that lives in Rainbow Land. One day a caliph came down the rainbow and saw the little gypsy sitting there among the colored clouds. And she seemed to be very unhappy. You live in Rainbow Land, and everyone is lucky here. Gypsy replied, I like to know all about things happen in the world. But nobody will tell me. No one seems to know. Philip said. I think I can help you. Take that little magic box. When you look inside, you can see the whole world and all things that happen in it. I'll come to see after a year, to know if you'll be happier. And he vanished in the secret of the universe. And he vanished in the secret of the universe.
Ashra Temple. Some good old krautrock to get us started today. Well, not quite started, but, you know. 3 requests, 4 requests come in all at once, and all I think to myself is, God bless you guys. Helping me out, you know. It's kind of like pushing me along, making it a bit easier. Now, that doesn't mean that's always the answer, because yesterday I had no fucking energy to do anything at all, so all I wanted to do was album sides. But yeah, I'm glad that you guys are here to kind of push me forward. We got some good stuff coming up. Oh yeah, some good requests. Still got one left that I want to play for you. Pretty sure this one's off Bootlicker, but I'm not sure. Comes off this comp here. This 2 LP set, which is an Ipecac release. Came out the Maggot on one side, the Bootlicker on the other. I don't know which is which. I'm not sure it matters either. It's all Melvins. I like it all. So here's some Melvins going electro a bit. Melvins know how to noise up the stuff too, don't they? Yep. I love the fact that they go there. I mean, these were not the most popular records in their catalog. The Ipecac years, I mean, some of them were, but these in specific, yeah. Melvins decided to go a bit ambient, and not everybody dug it. You know, it's not exactly the kind of rock and roll that some people go for. I mean, even Melvins fans, and Melvins fans are still... Melvins fans will buy everything. They have like a rabid fan base, of which I am a part. But, yeah. It's not exactly song-based. It's more kind of like just noise-based. Jason McKay wants to put in a request. Somebody suggest a genre or vibe. Dude, put in your request. And I'm pretty sure that I'll find something along these lines if you want these lines. I mean, I can very easily play another Swans song. I'm in the mood to hear some more Swans. That can get pretty noisy. Swans can get pretty noisy. All depends on what you want to hear, you know? I'm thinking I want to just muck about in these dirty regions of music. Not sure I'm feeling all sunshiny and poppy tonight. But I'll play whatever it is that you ask me to, though. That's something I'll do. So, why don't we start our request jam? It's time to begin there. Slint is first. On deck. What song did we pick here? Nosferatu Man. Off 1991's Spiderland. Great record. Here's some Slint.
On days I've
before I actually picked this record up, this is one of those records that, like, everybody, you gotta have this, you gotta have this. Have you heard it? Have you heard it? One of those things, you know? I dig it. I bought this record in the last, 4 months or something, during these gingivitis broadcasts. So, a lot of the times you guys tell me to pick up a record and I listen. Other times I don't listen. I mean, I gotta want it, you know? Everyone's full of suggestions. Everyone is full of suggestions, but, Jason wants Neurosis. Yeah, dude, I think I got only one Neurosis album. I'll be happy to play Neurosis for you. I know that I probably need more Neurosis. They're expensive, you know. I'll eventually get more Neurosis records. Right now, which one do I have? I don't even remember the name of it. The one with, like, the black one with the snakes on it. Whichever one that is. Hey, how many of you want to watch Borat together tomorrow? Tune in on Twitch at midnight tomorrow, and we will premiere Borat 2. We're going to watch the entire thing together. Should be fun. Have a few laughs. Have a few drinks. So, you're all welcome. So, Jason, what's the deed? You want me to play some Neurosis for you? I can do that. If you want to pick something specific from the 2 Neurosis albums I have, you can do that too, man. If anything, that'll fit right in. Put in your request, and I'll make it happen. That seem fair? That seems fair, right? Sure it does. All right. Continuing a little bit on the electronic side of things, Darns asked me to pull a Silver Apples record, Contact. Usually everyone goes for the first one. He went for the second. Good record. Both of them are great. So why don't we listen to the first track off of Contact? The song's called You or I. This should be, 1968 or something like this? Do they have the exact year? No, they don't, but this is like late 60s. Check it. I never get fed up with silver apples. Good pick, man. You might be the first person to ever request silver apples. I dig it. I've played it before because I like them. 3 albums. I like the first 2. The third one I haven't heard. But I've been told that the first 2 are the ones you go to. They disappeared for a while and then they came back. Well, at least the hip people started recognizing silver apples and saying, hey, they're awesome. So they played a few festivals and that kind of thing. But yeah, for the most part, it's one of those underground things. Hey, so who was it that McKay wanted me to suggest some stuff to him? I have some stuff that I can play for you if you want. You're asking me to suggest something. I have 2 suggestions. I'm thinking along the lines of like some post-rock. I can play something from a band called The Fovs, which Evan McWhirter gave me. And like it's a completely unknown band, but it's like really good. That would fit the post-rock kind of like dark vibe. Or I can play something that's far more known, and you might know it and you might like it. How about Mogwai? Rock Action. Still my favorite record from Mogwai. I like a lot of Mogwai. I have a lot of Mogwai records, but Rock Action. This is one of the earlier ones. I can play that. Let me know if that's to your taste. Put in the request and I'll make it happen. How does that sound? Awesome. All right. We're going to move on to some Massive Attack. Massive Attack. This record makes me crazy every single time I put it out because it's got no labels. It's got no labeling at all on the record, like nothing. So I might have the right side and I might not have the right side. You requested the song Man Next Door, which is C1. I hope I got it. If I didn't, you're just going to have to tell me and we'll try again. All right? So here's some Massive Attack. What, did I get it wrong? Like I said, man, this record in particular is probably the biggest pain in my ass when it comes to doing the show. Because you can't read the labels. And everybody, it's like, why don't you look at the dead wax? That's exactly the fucking point. I shouldn't have to look to the dead wax. These fucking records. What it is that I'm going to do is I'm going to start writing right on the record C, D. And I'm not kidding. I don't give a fuck. It's like, who am I going to sell these records to anyway? Right? Okay, I don't fucking know. I hate this fucking band for doing this bullshit. Like, I really hate this band for doing this. You fucking cocksuckers. Why can't you just tell me what side it is? I got a magic marker, okay? I'm going to try playing it again. I'm going to try playing another thing. Tell me if it's the right side. I'm just going to mark the fucking side up right away. Let me get this magic marker. We're going to do it for once and for all. Watch me destroy the value of one of my records now by writing on it. And making my life infinitely easier by writing on it. Because the band's way too fucking artistic to do something as, like, intelligent as just write the fucking name of the songs. Write the name of the side so that you can actually follow along. Bullshit. So fucking artistic, really. Tell me if it's the right side. Tell me what side this is. No, I'm not going to use a fucking post-it. I'm writing on it. Tell me if I got the right side. Tell me what side this is, okay? We're going to fix this problem for once and for all. And I'm going to stop the record first in order to make sure. Is this it? That's the one? That's the one? That's side C? Here. C. You cocksuckers. They couldn't put a little C on the fucking cover. No, of course not. That would ruin the art, you know? Making sure that you can queue up the right song. Fucking cunts. played the original of that a few days ago. Dr. Alimentado. Massive Attack tend to do that. Take old reggae songs and just transform them. So that would be one of them. Angel is the same thing. Angel's a Horace Andy song. So, good pick, you know. I think I liked it. We got some Mogwai coming up. We got some Chinese Man coming up. Chinese Man is real good. Hey everybody, you want to become famous? Buy followers, primes, and views on bigfollows.com. Get the fuck out of here, you shit stain. It's not even a real person, it's just a machine. I want to buy followers. I don't want to buy followers. I want shit to happen because it's supposed to happen. What am I doing now? It's crazy, man. My brain's just not working properly. Oh, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to change the banner. Everything takes a while. You'll need to excuse me, man. I'm dragging ass tonight, you know. I'm sure you've had those days, so hopefully you can empathize a little bit. It helps. All right. We're going to do the hip-hop thing. Requested by Nelson and introduced to me by Nelson. And he's the one who sent the record as well. So, basically you have Nelson to thank for this. And those of you who like hip-hop, oh yeah, it's good. It's real good. It's an outfit out of France. These guys' records disappear immediately. Like, you gotta buy them directly from them and they just disappear. I want more. Haven't been able to find. But I'm happy that I got this one, so we'll play it for you, alright? Nelson's not going to be with us tomorrow for the big Borat viewing. Tomorrow night at midnight. The big group Borat meeting. We're going to watch the movie all together, Borat 2. Should be fun. Let's do some hip-hop for now, alright? Any other requests? You guys going to send me into my stacks? Here's Chinese Man.
Oh, faites-moi feuille de rose, prenez en pitié mon aveu. C'est une langue que je veux, c'est mon cul que je vous propose.
C'est mon cul que je vous propose.
Faites-moi feuille de rose, prenez en pitié mon aveu. C'est une langue que je veux, c'est mon cul que je vous propose.
She's basically saying, it's a tongue I want. I offer you my ass. That's what she said at the beginning. You see? That's when it pays off to know French. I can explain to you all the filthy things they're saying. Alright. Let's continue our march forwards tonight. We got some Mogwai. I should let you know also that YouTube can eat a dick because they're already on our ass. They're already on our ass with copyright, like an hour in. I am so not feeling this right now. I don't feel like dealing with it, but that's the way it goes. Hey, new folk, are you around? Are you enjoying the show? What do you say you become a patron? Look at the address underneath. Let's get that number to 547. Patreon.com/vinyljunkies. Make that happen. What do you say? All right. I might not have a whole lot to say tonight, I think. Or maybe I will. I always say that every night, and then eventually I come up with some stupid monologue. Sam, you never disappoint me. You've always got copious amounts of stupidity in store. You're right. Usually. I'm just not feeling it right now. I hate being in a shitty mood. I really do. I did almost nothing today. Just laid around. In bed. Sleeping. Is it the weather? I mean, what? You think I don't know that I got shit to do? I know I got shit to do. But those of you who know what depression is, you know what it is, man. It's like you can't get up. You can't. Like this big fucking massive blanket on top of you that just, you can't move. And all of a sudden, all of the stuff that motivates you is gone. It was one of those days yesterday. But yesterday we got through with album sides. Today is the same kind of thing. We'll get through. That's why they call it the grind. It's not the easy days that make it the grind. It's the hard days that make it the grind. So, what? It's going to be any different for me? Not going to be different. I'm going to grind through this shit just like the rest of you have to. Suck on a vape pen or something. Getting high will help. I honestly do. It's crazy, but I actually do worry about that. It's like, am I going to lose my sense of humor? I'm going to forget how to do this. All these things that I maybe shouldn't be worried about, but I do. I always got this fear of losing everything. It's probably my most deep-seated fear. Losing everything. Losing my home, losing my friends, losing my family, losing my pets, losing everything, and just being all alone. Fear of abandonment. I mean, ultimately, the brain's a pretty fucked up place, so that's probably what it is that drives me to build a community like this, right? You gotta be able to fill that insatiable loneliness inside yourself. First and foremost. But yeah, Darns uses the word lethargy. It's even more than lethargy. It really, like, to me, makes me crazy. I mean, I've, been bipolar all my life, so it's not like I don't see it. I know it's coming, and I know when it happens kind of thing. I recognize it. But it really does make me crazy, because it's just like, I want to do things, but the battery's not working. I can't get that spark. And if you can't get the car started, you can't go anywhere. So, yeah. What I'll do is I'll keep pushing, though. Because The grind is pushing through the hard stuff, not the easy stuff. I said that already, didn't I? Yes, I did. Listen to me. Look at how smart I am. I'm a regular Oprah, aren't I? I'm like fucking Oprah. All right. We found the request for Jason McKay. He wanted something kind of like slow and sludgy and that kind of thing. And he had suggested Neurosis, and I mean, I can still do Neurosis. Anybody else want to put up for some Neurosis? I'm game. But I offered Mogwai, and he loves Mogwai, so that's what we're going to go with. Listen to this. next song. Some Mogwai off rock action. I don't know what the name of the song is. I don't look at song names. I don't know. Nathan was here. Now he's not here. I have no idea what's going on there. He had a car accident. I hope you're well. Fuck. That's the second person I know in a week who's had a car accident. The Dailies had a car accident too. Everything's just beating the shit out of us. Oh well. What are you gonna do? Play music. That's what we're gonna do. Laura McCumber. Where are you? I see your request on the YouTube side of things. She's a shark. She asked for Algiers. So, why don't we play that? Youngblood is trying to connect again. Okay. So I guess he's back. Maybe he's having equipment problems. How about some Algiers? Let's make that happen, all right? Let me just go to my text document. Put up the thing. Isn't it nice, right? Don't you like seeing the song titles? I mean, I don't always get it right, but I do sometimes. Here's a song called Cleveland.
Mississippi, they don't have to hide what it oh, yes it is. Hey, here come the boys in black and white with the kerosene. There's been the same evil power since in 63. They hand you homeward Alabama with the whitest sheets. And in Montgomery County, Maryland, from a South Bend tree. But in a ties the noose, the hand that finds you behind and ties the 13 loose. But that hand is gonna fall, the day is coming soon. When we feel it full of dust and resurrect the truth.
What a voice.
It's coming back on me.
Hell of a song, man. Hell of a song. Got a bunch of requests that just came in, so. Yeah, man. Good vibe. Those of you, maybe this is just a psychological thing, but those of you who think that maybe pot doesn't really help, I took a shot of one of my vape pens and immediately felt just a little better. It's not the high part as much as the depression part kind of just, I don't know, became a little bit easier to handle. I like it. Am I dragging you guys down by talking about this? I never know what I should talk about and what I shouldn't. I never know what's on limits, off limits. I don't fucking know. I just try to do the best I could. Like I told you, man, it's not so much a show as much as I turn on the camera and spend a few hours with you. And sometimes they're good and sometimes they're bad, you know? I mean, think about it this way, right? In terms of socially. Socially, right? Let's say you have something to do or whatever. I mean, if you're not feeling it, what do? You just don't go. Right? Even though it's kind of like, oh yeah, you were planning to do this or that or whatever the case is. If all of a sudden you're not feeling it on that day, what happens? You don't go. Sometimes you don't even have the fucking energy to just leave a quick message saying, listen, man, I'm not feeling it. Any of you understand that? You know? Because the polite thing to do is, look, man, I'm not coming. You know, it's just I'm not feeling it. But, yeah. Sometimes you don't even feel like doing that. Everything's like, ugh. Mr. Sunshine this evening. Can you tell? I'm sorry. The sun ain't gonna shine anymore. It's just one of those things. Maybe it's being a shut-in. I don't know if I'm a shut-in, though. I mean, what's the word? I mean, I'm not one of those fucking quiet guys either. I don't know. Probably the right term for it is just moody bitch. I'm a moody bitch. That's what the deal is. But yeah, I mean, if this was kind of like a real deal, like, you know, we saw each other for real, I wouldn't be coming tonight. I wouldn't be there. Talking about it feels better. But the fact that it's on camera that, you know, commit, man, you gotta go. So, I gotta tell you, a lot of people say it's like, oh, you know, socially it's not good or anything. I think that the internet kind of made it better for me. It gave me that fucking space that I need sometimes. I'm not sure I'm the guy who likes being in a room full of people. I like people, fine, kind of thing. Depending if they're my people, because I'm a whiny bitch. But the whole physical part of being around a bunch of people, yeah. I don't dig that shit at all. I don't like it. So, what am I even saying here? Other than just filling the air with nothing. Oh, God's sakes. Now it's going to be another one of those things. When you get into that mood, it's like, what does it all fucking mean? You start having these existential crises. What the fuck's the point? Why do I do this? And I know, you know something? There's one thing that's remarkably consistent in my life when I feel like this. It points to just how fucked up I am. I start feeling like this when things are at their best. It's like I won't allow myself for things to be good. Whenever I'm on the cusp of, you know, maybe reaching another level, doing something that, you know, is meaningful to me, it's this self-sabotage thing inside that just doesn't allow me to enjoy it. I mean, I'm talking to Facebook's creative team tomorrow because they're going to put me in an ad. And you would think that's a big thing. On Saturday, I'm talking to a podcast. All right, that's going to be fun, sure. I'm glad that they find what I do interesting enough to make a podcast of it. Sure. I guess that's supposed to be a good thing. Sometime at the beginning of November, Beggars Group, the folks behind the Radiohead catalog, told me that they're going to look at my request because the person who takes care of that is away on holidays now or that kind of thing. Is taking a break. So everything's kind of like what I want, but I don't allow myself to feel good about it. And the other thing that I wonder, and I mean, listen, I'm asking this question completely openly, and maybe I asked, it's like, it seems like less people tune in. I have no idea what that's about either. Are you guys getting fed up? I mean, I still gotta do it one way or another if you're getting fed up. Is it too many shows? Has the interest dropped? Is the show just not that interesting? After a while, it just reaches a point where I'm saying the same shit all the time, so it's not good anymore? I mean, trust me, I ask myself these questions. I don't torture myself over those questions because those are things I cannot handle. I mean, I can't worry about things that are beyond my control. Okay, so, but yeah, the crowd's not gotten bigger. The audiences haven't gotten bigger. They've gotten smaller. Why? Okay, I mean, we can point to the fact that, you know, the Radiohead video took this huge fucking jump and brought a bunch of people in, so those people are kind of like, you know, they come in and then it's not for them and they go, so that's kind of fair. But 220, how many days now? Christ, I forget myself. What is it, 223, 224 straight days now? Have I jumped the shark here? You know? Yeah, there's two different streams. Okay, fine, I accept that. I mean, what do you want me to do? Like, just not talk to you about this stuff? Look, I mean, I think about this stuff. This is the stuff I can't worry about, though. This is not stuff that I worry about, but it's like I openly wonder sometimes. It's like, maybe this show's not that good. You know? Maybe you guys are getting bored. Maybe this really is just all about me and my fucking ego. And I'm the one who somehow, even though it tortures me, I'm the one who has to get on every night. See, that's what depression does. It fucking clouds everything. It makes you question stuff that you don't usually question. You're just motivated and all of a sudden you're not motivated. All of a sudden you question everything. I mean, you tell yourself, you can't worry about this stuff. You just got to go. That's your part. You got to get behind the mule. That's your part. But I don't know. Maybe it's much ado about nothing. Maybe. Nelson, can you do me a favor and tell me what you mean by that? You say switching platforms is what got you. Can you explain that to me? I mean, I'd like to understand. Look, I mean, I think you guys know one way or another I don't stop. Whether you do something for one person or you do it for a million, it should be the same thing. And I absolutely believe that. So, yeah, you know, Carpon can say, what was my patron number on Virus Show 1? Dude, I mean, less than a year ago, basically American Thanksgiving is the 1 year anniversary of me starting Patreon. So it's not even been 1 year. So yeah, I know, dude, I know. But self-sabotage, man. It's fucking crazy how our brain does that to us. Why does the brain do that to us? Why does it... I mean, why do we hurt ourselves? I mean, there's no doubt about the fact that anybody who thinks that just it's like, oh, well, you get over it. No, man, there's a medical aspect to this. There's a medical aspect to this. There really is. So, I don't know why it happens. It's frustrating. The fact is, I think I should be grateful for everything I have. That's the truth. Which makes you hate yourself even more. Because it's like, what the fuck is wrong with me? I mean, I'm being an asshole. I got nothing to complain about. I have what I wanted. So what am I complaining? You know what I'm saying? Fucking life truly confuses me. Like, truly confuses me. It makes me crazy how this stuff just catches up to you. Like, it hits you and you don't even know it's coming. It's just, it comes out of nowhere. All of a sudden, you can't get up. All of a sudden, you got nothing inside. You got nothing. You don't have that spark. You can't. That's what it's been like that for me for the last 2 days. I mean, I'm not proud of it. You know, it should be said that I still managed to put in pretty full days. But, yeah. Am I alone in this? What do you guys do? Two platforms cuts the conversation. Having to download another app on my phone so I can talk to people on Twitch while I can still talk to people on YouTube on the laptop. Talking about music with others is the main thing for you. Two platforms cuts down the conversation. Dude, you're 100% right. I mean, you're right. But I don't feel like I have a choice. I feel like I have to. Like I'm figuring it out. You know what I'm saying? Committing to one platform when they're actively fucking cutting your legs off. What am I supposed to do there? I mean, it'd be way simpler. Just like way simpler. If YouTube just didn't ever give us any trouble and I could just do the show there. It would be way simpler. Wouldn't be worried. Do you think I want this? I don't want this. I'm trying to create a better experience. The live experience is infinitely better on Twitch. It just is. We don't worry about copyright police. So, like, I acknowledge... I mean, Nelson's 100% right. You know, I acknowledge that. I really do. And I'm sorry that it's between two platforms. But, you have to understand that what we're doing is pirate radio. What we're doing is we exist outside the lines. So we're creating it. We don't fit anywhere. What we do here doesn't fit anywhere. So it's illegal everywhere. So, I mean, what are you supposed to do? You put it together until eventually they kind of figure it out and, you know, the industry starts doing things in order to facilitate a show like this. But right now it's not easy, man. It's not. So, you're right. You know, Aaron says you got to look at things from a business standpoint. Test the waters. If it doesn't work, then you regroup. But the thing is that you see, I am testing the waters, and the fact is, as much as as much as it kind of like splits the audience, the Twitch thing is working. It's just the whole answer, the entire answer, lies between two different platforms. It's a question of bringing that all together now. So I don't have, I don't feel like there's a better way to go forward. Jesus Christ, guys, you know how happy I am to be able to talk about this? This has ultimately become a therapy session for me. You know, I'm real keen on doing things properly. I take pride in my work. I take pride in doing a show, and I take pride in being there for you. That matters a lot to me. So when all of a sudden my ass gets kicked for it, I don't feel good. I take it pretty hard. You know? But yeah, I mean, what am I supposed to do? I can't, oh no, well, you know, Twitch, no. What we're going to do is, because it's better, you know, for the chat experience, what we're going to do is we're just going to do everything on Twitch. Well, if we do everything on Twitch, you know what happens? We lose the fucking, we lose a YouTube audience that matters, and we lose an archive. Because you can't archive anything on Twitch. They don't go beyond 2 weeks. On YouTube, you have a whole set. So even if you're not watching it live, the shows are still there for you to watch on repeat. But if you stay on YouTube, then you're constantly fucking with the copyright police. You know? Basically, what it's going to take is until the industry altogether, until the industry as a whole recognizes this is a fucking market opportunity, because it's going to be about the money, all right? It's going to be about the money. That's what this is going to have to be about. So once they see the money, then it's a different thing. But it's like, then the platform will work towards trying to make it so that we can do what we're doing here. Radio, live radio. You know, that thing about Twitch with the soundtracks that I had such great hope for didn't turn out to be all that. You know what soundtracks is? Basically, soundtracks is Twitch's version of Spotify, but you don't even get to pick the music. What they do is they just give you a variety of playlists. So if you want dance music, you can put in their dance music and pipe it into your show. If you want heavier music, then you can pipe in their heavy music. And it's just, well, that's not it, man. That's not the answer. And it's exactly where Spotify is too. Spotify is taking it, and so that you can pipe in music into something else. But it's just, it's not a baked-in show. These are just kind of like, okay, well, you take this piece and you're going to put it into this piece. But it's like, no, but that's not it. This show, it all happens, that is the show. So, the industry hasn't caught up yet. And the fact is that what we do is against the law. It's against current laws. That's pirate radio. So, if I'm going to suffer because of it, kind of thing, then there's nothing that I could do but go through it. So, you know. Nelson says, I understand, it just sucks that they can't see that this show is a good thing for music instead of a bad thing. Yeah, dude, but listen, probably the part that hurts me most, if there's anything that really hurts me, is that the community suffers because of it. Because what makes the show, the magic, is the room. The magic is the community. And cutting the community in half is a big fucking deal. It's not what you want. It's the fact that you guys feel together, the fact that you guys congregate together, we talk about music and we do what we do here. That's what it is that makes it special. So to cut that right in half is horrible. That's my biggest disappointment. And the problem is that I can't do anything about it. It's not as simple as, you know what, no, we'll forget that. We're just going to do exclusively Twitch. We're just going to do exclusively YouTube. That's not what this is about. It's not. It's where we're at right now. So, moving ahead, I'm trying to do something good. And ultimately, what are you supposed to do? You see a step forward and you realize that it's taking everything that you're doing and pushing it a step back at the same time. You know? And we can kind of like try to make it so that people, okay, well, you know, the Twitch live stream is better, but if you have to watch it after, then you go watch it on YouTube. You can do all that, but that's not the answer either. The answer is just this fucking industry has to wake up. Either that, or they're not going to wake up, and eventually I'm just not going to be able to do what I do. But you guys know me well enough to know that it's like, I'm going to fucking die trying. I don't stop. I'm going to die trying. Okay? But it's not there. What do I want to do with the show in the future? I want to do exactly what we're doing now. I want to be able to... There are a lot of ideas that are coming. All right? I want to do a radio show at least a bunch of times a week. At least. I mean, if I had to... I would think that probably 2021, right now I'm looking at maybe 5 times a week because I can't afford not to do it that way. Because I don't have my feet under me, because it's just the line moves all the time. It's impossible to have your feet under you. But, yeah, I'd want to do it like a show all the time. The radio show is something that I'm committed to. The radio show is something that I want to do. What I'd like to throw in there to make my life a whole lot easier, and I think that it's going to be good for the show as well, is it'd be good for us to focus on certain genres and do like genre shows. So the two that I'm thinking about, and those would be sponsored, right? Genre shows. Doing a metal show once a month is a pretty easy thing for me to do. Doing a jazz show is a pretty easy thing to do. You know, get sponsors, and we're kind of working on it. You know, it's got to come together. Before we just do that, we have to be able to have a good offer. We have to be able to offer something that makes sense, you know? And we have to have partners that actually take a little bit of a leap of faith and realize what this is because they know it. Then it's like, yeah, you know what? We're going to invest in this because this makes sense. Okay? Because you have to realize something. Sponsors, sometimes they give you sponsorship. They don't even know what the fuck you're doing. They don't know what you're doing. They're off doing their thing. So, when VMP sponsored me, what do you think they sponsored me? You think they were watching my shows? They weren't watching my fucking shows. Andrew Rossiter doesn't watch my shows every once in a while. I'm sure he does, but he doesn't watch my shows. So, it just becomes a business proposition. If they saw the show and they enjoyed it, then they were personally invested in the show because they get it, then that's a different thing. That's a completely different thing. Because they understand how it is that they're helping the show, and they understand, they see it for themselves, what it is and where it's going. But if you're just going to look at it from a purely outside perspective and it's just a business opportunity, I'm telling you that a lot of these people don't see forward. Considering that the music industry is supposed to be an industry of creativity, they're fucking dinosaurs. They're dinosaurs. Nobody takes a step forward. You know? So, what winds up happening? What winds up happening is that I gotta fucking do this and just keep plodding forward because I am stubborn enough to think that I'm onto something and that I have an idea that I think is absolutely the future of radio, and everything points to exactly that they're trying to put this module in, that they're trying to put the music and soundtrack module into the fucking into the podcast module and put those together already tells you that they're trying to do what we're already doing. We're just a dozen steps ahead. So, what am I supposed to do when nobody fucking knows it? What are you supposed to do? I think it's good. I hope it's good. I hope the show provides you company. I hope it provides you a little bit of insight. I hope it provides you music. The audience is getting smaller. Understand something. That's not me complaining. That's me calling it what it is. That's it. And admitting to you that it's like I'm fucking stumped. I don't get it. I don't get it. If I was some fucking journalist working for Rolling Stone or Pitchfork or any of this and then I knew this story, I'd be all over it. Nobody gives a shit. I mean, am I being too hard here on myself, on whatever? Nobody gives a shit. You know? So what fucking good is it to be fucking Moondog, some genius who's homeless in the middle of the street? And all of a sudden, fucking years after he's dead, people realize his genius. You're like, what fucking good is it? That dude lived on the fucking street. Yeah, you know, when you're just... I don't know, man. I don't know. I'll catch up to some of your questions. I gotta go take a piss. I'm gonna play a little bit of music for you. And, yeah, I'm gonna read your comments. Maybe you guys do have the ideas. You're smarter than me.
thinking it over, just what I had missed. Got me a girl and I kissed her and then. Whoops, so low, well, I did it again. Now I've got 10 children of my own. I got another child on the way that makes 11. But I'm in constant heaven. I know it's all right in my mind. I got a little schoolgirl and she's all mine. I can't get through to her 'cause it doesn't permit. But I wanna give her everything I've got to give. Oh, Rosie, oh girl, oh Rosie, oh yeah. Steal away now, steal away, baby, steal away. Little Robert Anthony wants to come and play. Why don't you come with me, baby? Steal away. All right. Oh my
I'm the only person who likes Zeppelin 1 best. It's my favorite Zeppelin record. Kind of crazy, right? Look, I'm reading real quick when it comes to questions. Look, sponsors, I know. I mean, listen, accessory sponsors. I got an accessory sponsor pretty much ready to go if I wanted it. But I want to make sure that I put something together that makes sense, too. You know. Yeah, it would make absolutely... it would make absolute sense for Vinyl Style to sponsor a show like this. What would that look like? You know? growing pains is a very real thing, too. I don't know, man. The idea of, let's say, I mean, Polam was saying, hey, concentrate on just one YouTube chat, just one chat like the YouTube chat. That doesn't work. The fact is that Twitch chat's better. Twitch chat is more interactive. So, no clear answers. But, I mean, the thing I can't do is just start putting it on. And there are parts, that I know I can't do because I'd be fucking miserable. So, yeah. I'm not ready to give away more of the show. Do I want to do interviews? I don't want to do no interviews. I'm pretty sure I'm not interested in interviews. I'm interested in having interesting conversation with interesting people, and I think that I probably talk too much in order for that to happen. So, I'm pretty sure that I'd be a terrible interviewer. Probably because I'm not interested either. And because the kind of conversations that I go for wind up lasting forever. So I'm not sure that that's the answer. A sidekick in studio? Fuck no, never again. Nah. Tried that, didn't like it. I mean, we're trying things with cockblood. It works sometimes it doesn't work. I don't even know what the answers are, But whatever the case is, I mean, I'm going to push forward because it's what I do. All right. Why don't we continue with some music? We got some Modest Mouse. Requests I can do. I like the way we're doing requests up to now, to be honest. The format does work. $10 requests up till 11 o'clock. Album sides, if I feel like going any further after the album sides. To me, that does work. So, I'm glad it does. And I'm glad that you guys enjoy it enough to say, it's like, hey, you know what? It's my part of the show. And I do get it, actually, 100%. Why? Because whatever it is that you request, you're introducing to a bunch of people. There's a lot of stuff. I mean, FM Gary's, we're going to be playing some Susie Quattro. I mean, how many of you don't know who Susie Quattro is? You know what I'm saying? We play Modest Mouse. Modest Mouse, yeah, it's becoming our thing. It is. Modest Mouse gets requested all the time. But how many people don't know Modest Mouse? When I started this show, nobody knew Modest Mouse. Well, no, I mean, except for you guys did. I didn't. Nelson started insisting, Modest Mouse, Modest Mouse. Eventually, I wound up getting some records. He sent some records. And now it's become one of our things, So I think that part of the show works. You guys, with the requests, you were able to kind of take over the room a little bit in a sense that when a song is playing, it's only normal, especially when it's somebody, like it's an artist maybe you don't know or you're not as familiar with or anything. It's only normal. If you love music, the natural curiosity is like, hey, what is this? What are we listening to? So just by requesting something, what you're doing is basically, making it so that the conversation very often steers towards that. It's not going to steer towards that necessarily, and certainly not with people who aren't already inclined to want to talk about music. They don't enjoy talking about music, but that's why this experience is a pretty damn good one, if I say so myself. It's just because you're in a room full of people that love talking about music. I mean, no one's putting this on. We love this. That's why we do it, So I think the request part of the show works 100% there. We're going to play some Modest Mouse next. Well, Modest Mouse people are going to speak up. And they're going to talk about things. And if you like what you hear, you'll read what they say, and you'll start putting it together. And before you know it, you'll be able to develop, something that at least makes you able to talk intelligently about Modest Mouse. And if you like it enough, you're going to go out and you're going to figure it, you're going to see it for yourself. So, thanks so much for being part of that process. Yeah. After talking it out as much, I guess, as I talked it out, I'm beginning to realize that just, it's one of those things, man. You have those lulls when you start questioning everything. It's part of the process. And ultimately, that's why it is that I always go with the same philosophy. Get behind the fucking mule. That's the thing that you have control of over all the time. If you're able to grind through the hard parts, you'll coast through the easy parts. But ultimately, what it is that's going to determine the real value for me, like if you run it, like you want to really determine the real character is found not during the parts where you're coasting, it's during the parts where you're grinding. So, I hope it's somehow at least, if not entertaining, at least relatable. Because, despite those fucktards that talk about, it's like, oh, well, I hope you don't have to get a real job. For those people who think that this isn't a real job, takes a lot of effort, man. Takes a lot of effort. It's my passion. So that'll always be there. I'm pretty sure that's never going to go away. But it's still work, man. And I very greatly appreciate the fact that you guys know that and recognize that. And I don't think that I could talk about it long enough because I'm going to fucking break down and cry. You have no idea how much I miss traveling. I want this San Francisco trip to happen, man. Those of you that have joined us late, it's just the thing that we've always talked about is one part of the show that's going to be happening is me coming and visit you guys. So a weekend in San Francisco is in the offing. It's going to happen. And when that happens, then we're really going to see the ties being made for real. Imagine all these people that you get along with right now in the room, that you're hanging out with, you're talking to live. Imagine being able to spend a weekend. You know that you're not going to spend a weekend with people that you don't like because it's kind of like everybody's being cool with each other. And going out and buying records and eating a meal together and all that type of stuff. I mean, these are the ties that bind, And I want that in a very, very bad way. My friend Mark Choden, who made contact a little while ago, was talking about going to Colombia. His wife's Colombian, right? What I wouldn't give right now to be able to get on a plane and go straight to Colombia. And because he knows people there and his wife's got family there and stuff like that, it would be one of those things where it would be, I'd be able to go to the record stores, they'd show me exactly where they are. I'd buy the stuff, I'd eat real, authentic food, I'd be able to go fishing. It wouldn't be one of those hotel living things, it would be one of those really chill things. You know how attractive that sounds to me? And then I think to myself, it's like, okay, film this. And somehow put it all together so that it winds up being a travelogue. A vinyl junkie travelogue. Very much like Anthony Bourdain. Now, if you know anything about me, you know that I'm not going to stop until I make that happen. It's going to happen. I promise it's going to happen. As a matter of fact, those of, you who know me long enough, you've heard me talk about it. And, I mean, in the case of one specific person, Evan McWhirter, he was there when he was probably the first person I told about it, and that was like 3 or 4 years ago. So, just because things don't happen overnight doesn't mean it won't happen. Because I am too fucking stubborn to ever stop until I get it all done. Alright, I'm going to shut up now, alright? Let's play some Modest Mouse. A song called Custom Concern from the 1996 album. This is a long drive for someone with nothing to think about.
Custom concern for the people, build up monuments and steeples to wear out our eyes. I get up just about noon. My head sends a message for me to reach for my shoes and then walk. Gotta go to work, gotta go to work, gotta have a job. Goes through the parking lot fields. Didn't see no signs that they would yield, and then thought, this'll never end, this'll never end, this'll never stop, this'll never end. Message read on the bathroom wall said, I don't feel at all like I fall, and we're losing all touch, losing all touch, building a desert.
Was it? Probably not it. Better keep going.
But neither of us do.
Now we got to the end of the song. Didn't prepare the next one, though. Nelson asked for some David Axelrod. God bless you. That I can handle. Yeah, David Axelrod is the fucking bomb. As a matter of fact, I'll play you one song and you can let me know if you want to crowdfund more of it. Because he is legitimately the shit. Another request that we got is Delaney. This is something that'll probably appeal to you real easy. And if we do crowdfund it, by the way, it's like we already got 10 on the board. Delaney, Delaney does some nice things, you know. So he just put up for a request and requested Get Behind the Mule, Tom Waits. And he knows that he knows exactly what that means. He knows that hearing that kind of thing and seeing that kind of message is exactly the kick in the ass that it's going to give me a kick in the ass. All right? Something that I say regularly, man. You got to get behind the mule. It's just your hard work, it's just grind. You can always rely on that. Even a bad day is still an ordinary day or a good day if you just show up. If you don't show up, it's nothing. So, yeah. It's been a few times where he's caught me dragging and he requests Get Behind the Mule. Now, what I think we should do is I think we should crowdfund the entire album. Okay? So, I don't know if you guys are up for it. You guys can decide if you want to do a $50 crowdfund for Tom Waits. Side one's amazing. Amazing. So, we're definitely not going to get bad music. It's going to be up to you as to whether you want to do it or not. But if you want to do it, we've already got 10 on the board. Because we're going to use Delaney's. And we can go from there. So why don't you let me know what you think of the idea of crowdfunding Tom Waits? If you're good with it, it's pretty simple. Just put in whatever you want to put in. Pledge that you're putting in, and I'll keep you guys posted. And then at the end of the show, we'll play side one of Mule Variations, Tom Waits, and know that, well, Joseph just put in the first 10. You know, rather than making it a song, why don't we make it a whole thing? In the meanwhile, we got Nelson who wants some David Axelrod. Not a bad idea, man. I don't know if you have this album or not, but I need more David Axelrod. So, here's song one of an album called Songs of Experience. Pretty brilliant, right? David Axelrod will legit wind up being a full album spin at some point. Like, I love this guy. Love him. So, I need more, man. There's only one other... there's another record. This is actually a reissue by Now Again, a sub-label of Stone's Throw. So, especially for our American friends, it's around. Mind you, it might be sold out. Comes with a nice booklet and everything, like a huge book that kind of like gives you the entire story. This thing's got to be at least 20 pages and like chock full of notes. So, in other words, it's done right. Like for the nerds who really like going deep kind of thing, yeah. Now Again is a label that I always go to. I think that they do great stuff. You should know that we're that much closer to hitting a full album side of Tom Waits, because FM Gary just sent a nice message and pledged 25 for that and said, get behind the mule, buddy. So we're at 35 of 50 for side one of Tom Waits' Mule Variations. That's going to be good. I mean, those who haven't heard it, who haven't heard that album, you're going to hear the whole side. And I mean, especially if you're Tom Waits fans, but you haven't heard that particular record, right away it's going to be one of those things where I need this record yesterday. It's that good. So we got some good listening coming. To get us there, we got some Suzi Quatro. Early 70s rock and roll. This is off her debut record, or self-titled record. Song is called Primitive Love. That's FM Gary laying some of his knowledge on you. Give it a listen.
Again. Love is what I need. Jungle fever in my head. Give me strange kind of love, and it's what I said.
It's primitive love, primitive love, primitive man-made primitive love, primitive love, primitive love, and it's above, it's primitive love.
Orlando Azevedo says that his Arvo part came in. Or he's played Arvo part after yesterday's show. Dude, that's why this show always makes me happy. Because we know Orlando to be one of those guys who's a music junkie. He requests, when he requests, it's always, stuff that's interesting, off the beaten path. And, yeah. Arvo part. If I'm the guy if this show is what put Arvo part on your radar, I just did you a big favor, didn't I? It's go, man. Get yourself, I'm telling you. Find any vinyl copy that has the song Tabula Rasa on it, especially that one. You'll never go wrong. We still have a few more requests, which we will get to. Nelson says that he has the opportunity to get himself an original pressing of David Axelrod's Songs of Experience. If you're able to look, because it's going to cost more, I know that it is. So if you got your heart set on it, yeah. I got to tell you though, the reissue is really well done, and it's going to be more affordable. And there's the notes; it's pretty great. So what I'm saying is that the second best, if you're able to get yourself a secondhand copy of Songs of Experience, that's not such a bad option either. Like for me being who I am, and I'm not one of those guys who goes after, the original pressings necessarily and all this. If I had to choose between the both of them, I would prefer the reissue. Because the reissue has all the notes, man. It's, a lot of people will disagree with me, All right. What's the deal? Are we going to get any closer with Tom Waits? We're at 35 of 50 for Tom Waits. Yeah, I know. You see, there he goes. So he answers me. Let me see. I know I do, but it's very expensive. I have enough on gift cards to buy 7 copies. Okay. Yeah, dude. If it's very expensive, me. And the thing is that it's everybody's different. So, I would say that anything that Now Again releases, anything that Now Again reissues, you're basically getting a good record. And Now Again, the thing that kind of puts it over the top, and it's a lot, Light in the Attic is kind of the same way too, is that they go deep on the liner notes. So, for me, why that matters is because ultimately, when you play the record, you got a history document with you. You can read all about it, and I know that you're the type of guy that sits down and will do that, and I know I'm the type of guy that definitely sits down and does that, So, it's up to you, Holy fuck, a near mint. Oh, that's hard. So he says he could get 104 for 140. See, the thing is that if you get the Now Again one, it'll cost you 30. Okay? Near mint is basically what you're saying is that this is a copy that you're never gonna come across again. That's as good as it gets, right? So I get that. On the other hand, $140 buys fucking 4 records. And leaves you money left over to go buy yourself a couple of hot dogs. So to me, that's what it is that I come down to. Sure, it's nice to be able to say that you have an original and all the rest of this, but I always go for the 4 records, especially when I know that they're 4 good records, right? So that's me. But what do I know? Folks, we do have another 2 before we may or may not get to Tom Waits, Mule Variations. We're 15 away from making that happen. Is anybody interested in hearing Mule Variations all the way through? Because I certainly am. Right? So, step up. Let's see if we can make that happen. This one's for Polam, who's awesome. He's awesome. You should all know Cockblood is sufficiently recovered from his car accident. He's in one piece. Happy to see you, buddy. I'm glad that you're not hurt. Why don't we continue this? Some 9-inch nails for your ear holes. Jesus. What an asshole.
God break down the door. God break down the door. You won't find the answers here. Not the ones you came looking for.
Song. Hell of a song, hell of a song. Yeah, those of you who were talking about catching some Black Star vibes off of that, I get it. 100% I get it. That's definitely gave me some Black Star vibes. Now, Polam is talking about a version of Nine Inch Nails doing a version of I Can't Give Everything Away, Black Star. That sounds pretty fucking sweet to me, if that's the case. So, thanks for pointing that out. If Polam, if you can tell me some more about this record that you're talking about, Nine Inch Nails or Trent Reznor doing a version of David Bowie's I Can't Give Everything Away. I think that's shit I want, man. That's like gotta happen. That's real good. I have some good news for you. We're going to get into the crowdfund part of the show. We're going to get into the album side part of the show. What we were looking to crowdfund was side one of Tom Waits' Mule Variations, because it all started with Pizza Boy Delaney just putting down for the song Get Behind the Mule. And I know the significance of why you do that, Joseph. I appreciate it. You know, whenever he sees that I'm dragging ass or something like that, it's just, it's his way of kind of like showing some encouragement, you know? And I had requested, so know that I acknowledge that. I absolutely acknowledge that. So I offered it up as a crowdfund because I think that that's an excellent album to crowdfund, and a few of you came up, so we're up to the point where now we have crowdfunded 100% of side one. And what's he building in there is a song that we're going to hear. We're going to it's those of you who already know Mule Variations. God damn, is this going to be fun? I can't wait for it to happen, you know? Those of you who haven't heard this particular album, yeah, you want to hear this particular album. We've crowdfunded, basically, I'm thinking if you want to go to side two, and you don't have to, but we're at 60 of 100 to get side one and side two. You let me know if you want to do that. We definitely have some Tom Waits coming up, so this will be good. Before that, we got something else that's real damn good too. I included, I just posted up the PayPal link if those of you want to continue on the Tom Waits train after we get through side one. First, DJ Player. This is Jeff Way along with Amon Tobin doing a Slayer remix. It's a favorite here. It gets played a lot. You'll see why. I'm not alone, right? You're never going to get fed up of listening to that. Only 500 copies of this record exist. So, get them while the getting's good. And, yeah, you're not going to see any new copies. This is just not going to happen new. You know? All right. And like this, what we have is the crowdfund part of the show. We're at album sides, which I enjoy the hell out of. It looks like you guys do too. It's time to play some Tom Waits, man. And the good news about it is that this whole thing started with just playing one song. And I suggested that we do an album side because, well, it's an album that's worth listening to. And we not only crowdfunded side 1, but there was some overage, which allows us to go into side 2. So, those of you who are interested, we are now only $35 away from doing side 2 as well. You want side 2 because of the song because of What's He Building. What's He Building is on side 2. It closes side 2 off, right? Side 1 has Get Behind the Mule, Big in Japan, Hold On. I mean, this is an album full of stone cold classics. It's anyone who would say that it's their favorite Tom Waits album, I can kind of get that. Aaron says he saw Tom Waits live once opening for B.B. King. Holy fuck, would that be a dream or what? That makes you at least 1,000 years old, though. But yeah, that's something I'd love. I've never seen Tom Waits. I got to see B.B. King live back in the 90s. Good show. So you folks, I'm going to get some candles started here. We're going to do this up Gangnam style, the way I like to do. And from there, I'm going to smoke a little. I'm going to drink a little. I'm going to burn some Palo Alto wood. I don't know if that's really what it's called, but that's what I call it. And I've got only a few Stellas left in the fridge, so I'm going to drain at least one Stella and hang out with you guys, because the hangout part of the show, yeah, this is the best. So, where are my Tom Waits fans? Time to listen to some records, man. Time to listen to an entire album side. Smoke them if you got them. Contribute towards the crowdfunding of side 2 if you want to do that. Everything's up there, so we're at 65, and I will keep it updated, so you'll know if we crowdfunded whatever we crowdfunded, all right? Needle drop and everything, folks. Side 1 of Mule Variations. Do I have it right when I say that Mule Variations was released in 93? That's not something I checked. But I seem to remember it being around 93. So, if anybody can confirm, I'm more than happy to correct it. Side 1 starts off with Big in Japan. Tom Waits, Mule Variations. Smoke them if you got them. It's time.
Little Joe from Kokomo, it rattles to the ground. The dice is laughing at the man that it throws. I'm rolling over to the low side of the road. The moon is red and you're dancing real slow. 29 miles left to go. The chain monkeys help you with your load. I'm rolling over to the low side of the road. Jezebel is naked with an axe. The prosecution tells you to relax. Your head feels like it's ready to explode. You're rolling over. You're rolling over where the clapper has been ripped out of the bell. The flapper has been kicked right out of hell. When the horse whips a man and he rolls, rolling over to the low side of the road. A dog won't bite if you beat it with a bone. She's so shy when she's talking on the phone. And the ground rises up and starts to groan. And rolling over to the low side of the road. To the low side of the road. To the low side of the road. They hung a sign up in our town. If you live it up, you won't live it down. So she left Monte Rio's son, just like a bullet leaves a gun. With a charcoal rise and Monroe hips, she went and took that California trip. Oh, the moon was gold and her hair like wind. Said, don't look back, just come on, Jim. Oh, you got to hold on, hold on. You got to hold on, take my hand, standing right here, you got to hold on. Dime store watch and a ring made from a spoon. Everyone's looking for someone to blame. And you share my bed, you share my name. Well, go ahead, call the cops. You don't meet nice girls in coffee shops. She said, baby, I still love you. Sometimes there's nothing left to do. Oh, but you got to hold on, hold on. Baby, gotta hold on and take my hand. Standing right here, you gotta hold on. Well, God bless your crooked little heart. St. Louis got the best of me. I miss your broken china voice. How I wish you were still here with me. Oh, you build it up, you wreck it down, then you burn your mansion to the ground. Oh, there's nothing left to keep you here. But when you're falling behind in this big blue world, oh, you've got to hold on, hold on. Baby, gotta hold on, take my hand, standing right here, gotta hold on. Down by the Riverside Motel, it's thin below and falling, and by a 99-cent store, she closed her eyes and started swaying. But it's so hard to dance that way when it's cold and there's no music. Oh, your old hometown so far away, but inside your head there's a record that's playing a song called Hold On, Hold On. Baby, gotta hold on to take a mind, standing right there, gotta hold on. You gotta hold on, hold on. Baby, gotta hold on, take a mind, standing right there, gotta hold on. You gotta hold on, hold on. Baby, gotta hold on and take a mind, standing right here, you gotta hold on. You gotta hold on, hold on. Baby, gotta hold on and take a mind, standing right here, you gotta hold on. 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 You gotta hold on, baby. You gotta hold on, girl. You gotta hold on. You gotta hold on.
20 to go for side 2. Almost there.
Jimmy the Harper with a hard little pistol and a lariat. She going to the bottom and she going down the drain. Said she wasn't big enough to carry it. She got to get behind the mule, yeah. In the morning and plow, yeah. Got to get behind the mule. In the morning and plow. You got to get behind the mule. In the morning and plow. Get behind the mule. In the morning and plow. Chopper and chops with the axe in the woods. You got to meet me by the fall down tree. A shovel of dirt upon a coffin lid. And I know they come looking for me, boys. I know they come looking for me. Got to get behind the mule, yeah. In the morning and plow. And get behind the mule. In the morning and plow. Get behind the mule. In the morning and plow. Get behind the mule. In the morning and plow. Big Jack girl was 8'1" and he stood in the road and he cried. He couldn't make her love him, he couldn't make her stay. Tell the good Lord that he tried, got to get behind the mule, yeah. The morning plow. Get behind the mule. The morning plow, yeah. You got to get behind the mule. The morning plow. You got to get behind the mule. The morning plow. Dusty trail from Atchison to Placerville on the wreck of the Weaverville stage. Beautified painted for a lemonade. I was stirring my brandy with a nail, boys. Stirring my brandy with a nail. Got to get behind the mule in the morning and plow. Get behind the mule in the morning and plow. You got to get behind the mule in the morning and plow. Yeah. Get behind the mule in the morning and plow. Of the widow James, Jack the Cutter, and the pockmarked kid. They had to stand naked at the bottom of the cross and tell the good Lord what they did. Tell the good Lord what they did. You got to get behind the mule, yeah, in the morning plow. Get behind the mule, yeah, in the morning and plow. You got to get behind the mule. Morning and plow. Get behind the mule. The morning and plow. Punctuated birds on the power line in the Studebaker with Birdie Joe Oaks. I'm digging all the way to China with a silver spoon while the hangman fumbles with the noose. The hangman fumbles with the noose. You got to get behind the mule. Morning and plow. Get behind the mule. Morning and plow. You got to get behind the mule. Morning and plow. Get behind the mule. Morning and plow. Pin your ear to the wisdom post. Pin your eye to the line. Never let the weeds get higher than the garden. Always keep a sapphire in your mind. Always keep a diamond in your mind. You got to get behind the mule. Morning and plow. Got to get behind the mule in the morning and plow. Got to get behind the mule.
that song. The whole album, but that song somehow has become my song. It's not like I planned it that way. But it's just always been with me. I've had the album always. Got to get behind the mule every morning and plow. I mean, the guy's a poet. I'm never going to be able to see him live because I'm pretty sure that even if he did ever tour, it would be impossible to get tickets and they would cost a fortune. And I'm not the kind of guy who chases. So, any one of like several hundreds of thousands of people will get to the tickets before I do. Folks, we are exactly $10 away from crowdfunding side 2. And I gotta tell you, you want to crowdfund side 2. Everybody making comments and everybody referencing what's he building in there. Yeah, well, that's kind of the highlight of side 2. That's the last song on side 2. It's, nothing short of brilliant. My feeling is that we're going to get this 10, because, 2 of you can come up with 5 each or something like that. 5 of you can come up with 2 each. It's going to be pretty easy to come up with it, and I know this crowd. We'll get there. So, I want to get there too. You know what I'm saying? You can feel free to just pledge it in the comment section. And Jork Jagger says he has it. All right, well, I'm going to wait for you. Tell me what your name is here on the PayPal, and I'll definitely make it happen. What name should I be looking for? Oh, Jorge. Jimmy Serrano! Is that you, Jimmy Serrano? Fucking Jimmy Serrano. I knew I loved him. It's Jimmy Serrano.
Serrano's got the fist! Serrano's got the fist!
Jesus Christ. You made me laugh a little bit. I didn't think it would be possible today. I've had a miserable day. Fucking Jimmy Serrano's here. Oh, I love you. I love you so much, Jimmy Serrano.
Serrano's got the fist! Serrano's got the fist!
You were my...
I'm ugly!
You were my favorite character on the show.
I'm gonna get on a fucking plane and I'm gonna blowtorch the both of you. Do you understand?
Jimmy Serrano. Jimmy Serrano made this happen, folks. Well, all of you made it happen. I'm glad that you enjoy the show enough to want to continue it for a while. Because I certainly want to go into side 2 as well. So, why don't we enjoy this, man? Thanks for tonight. It's 2 nights in a row that I've been dragging ass and you guys kind of like help me through, you know? You know, I recognize that this is a kind of therapy, both for me and for you. You get to chat out your ideas, I get to speak out my ideas, and sometimes just getting it out immediately makes it better. Like, not sometimes, almost all the time. Just getting it out. So,
Kumbaya, bitch!
I'm pretty grateful at the fact that I'm able to do that here. And I know that it's a kind of therapy because I go into the same mindset as I do when I'm hanging around with my patrons. I'm sorry, when I'm like basically having a therapy session. It's the same kind of feel. Edgar is new here. Good evening, Edgar. I'm glad that you like it. Get a feel for the room. Hope you enjoy it. We're friendly. It's a good group. Gotta say, the folks here know music. Everybody's kind with each other. There's no trolling. There's none of that. If you feel like this is part of you, like Nelson says, we'd like to invite you to become a patron. No big dollars. Small dollars count. It's just the act. Be a part of it. $2 or $5 a month. The address is right at the bottom of the screen, right under the candles. Patreon.com/VinylJunkies. And if that happens, we'll give you a nice big welcome because we like to do that around here. All right, folks. Side 2. I am feeling a little bit better. Give you the needle drop and everything, all right? There we go.
There's a house on my block that's abandoned and cold. The folks moved out of it a long time ago, and they took all their things, and they never came back. It looks like it's haunted with the windows all cracked. Everyone calls it the house, a house where nobody lives. Once it held laughter, once it held dreams, did they throw it away? Did they know what it means? Someone's heartbreak, or did someone do somebody wrong? Well, the paint is all cracked. It was peeled off of the wood. The papers were stacked on the porch where I stood. The weeds had grown up just as high as the door. There were birds in the chimney and an old chest of drawers. Looks like no one would ever come back to the house where nobody lives. Once it held dreams, did they throw it away? They know what that means. Someone's heartbreak, or did someone do somebody wrong? So if you find someone to have, someone to hold, don't trade it for silver, oh, don't trade it for gold. 'Cause I have all of life's treasures, and they're fine and they're good. They remind me houses are just made of wood. What makes a house grand? Oh, it ain't the roof or the doors. If there's love in a house, it's a palace for sure. But without love, it ain't nothing but a house where nobody lives. Without love, it ain't nothing but a house where nobody lives. Up this morning with the cold water, with the cold water, with the cold water. Woke up this morning with the cold
it gets. Well, I slept in the graveyard. It was cool and still. Cool and still. It was cool and still. Slept in the graveyard. It was cool and still. Cool and still. And it was cool. Slept all night in a cedar grove. I was born to ramble, born to roam. Some men are searching for the holy grail, but there ain't nothing sweeter than riding the rail. I look 47, but I'm 24. Well, they shoot me away from here the time before. Turn their backs and they lock their doors. I'm watching TV in the window of a furniture store. And I woke up this morning with the cold water, with the cold water, with the cold water. I woke up this morning with the cold water, with the cold water, with the cold. Oh, well, I woke up this morning with the cold water, cold water, with the cold water. Woke up this morning with the cold water, cold water, with the cold.
I've seen it all, boys. I've been all over, been everywhere in the whole wide world. I rode the High Line with old blind Darby. I danced real slow without a chain. I was full of wonder when I left Murfreesboro. Now I'm full of hollow on Maxwell Street. I hope my pony, I hope my pony, I hope my pony knows the way back home. I walked from Natchez to Hushpakina. I built a fire by the side of the road. And I worked for nothing in a Belzoni sawmill. And I caught a blind out on the B&O. Tallulah's friendly, Belzoni ain't so. 44 will get you 99. I hope my pony, I hope my pony, I hope my pony knows the way back home. My race with burnt-faced Jake, I gave him a man's knee to cross. I've lived on nothing but dreams and trains and smoke. Somehow my watch and chain got lost. I wish I was home in Evelyn's kitchen with old Jip curled around my feet. I hope my pony, I hope my pony, I hope my pony knows the way back home. My pony, I hope my pony, I hope my pony goes the way back home.
What's he building in there? What the hell is he building in there? He has subscriptions to those magazines. He never waves when he goes by. He's hiding something from the rest of us. He's all to himself. I think I know why. He took down the tire swing from the pepper tree. He has no children of his own, you see. He has no dog. He has no friends. And his lawn is dying. What about all those packages he sends? What's he building in there? That hook light on the stairs. What's he building in there? I'll tell you one thing, he's not building a playhouse for the children. What's he building in there? And what's that sound from underneath the door? He's pounding nails into a hardwood floor. I swear to God I heard someone moaning low. I keep seeing the blue light of a TV show. He has a router and a table saw. And you won't believe what Mr. Stitches saw. There's poison underneath the sink, of course. There's also enough formaldehyde to choke a horse. What's he building in there? Shut up. What the hell is he building in there? Shut up. I heard he has an ex-wife in some place called Mayor's Income, Tennessee. And he used to have a consulting business in Indonesia. But what's he building in there? He has no friends, but he gets a lot of mail. I'll bet he spent a little time in jail. I heard he was up on the roof last night signaling with a flashlight. What's that tune he's always whistling? What's he building in there? What's he building in there? We have a right to know. We have a right to know. Shut up. Shut up.
Salut Chantal. Ça va bien? Ça va bien.
All right. Nathan wants me to play. I'm not sure I'm up for playing. I've been thinking about that. We haven't done enough Moran Concrète lately. I kind of miss it. Everything moves too fucking fast. We'll get there. We'll do it again. Moran Concrète. That's where we get to play the music. We get to do stupid things. You get to take your instruments and... Nathan's all proud, you know? It gives him... Finally, he has an opportunity to play his glockenspiels. It's the only time. He puts on those fucking wooden sandals that the Dutch wear. Fucking starts dancing around. It's what he needs. We haven't done this. We haven't done it in a while. All right, that was fun. Yeah. Thanks for elevating my mood, man. Thanks so much for all of it. Tomorrow, it's going to be a party. Tomorrow at midnight, around this time, as a matter of fact, we're going to do the regular show. So 8 to 11 regular show, maybe an album side. We'll see how it goes. I'm not sure. But at midnight, we will show a complete simulcast. We will watch Borat 2 altogether. This is going to be something that we can do only on Twitch. It's not going to be available on YouTube. Okay, because Twitch is owned by Amazon, and I got Amazon Prime, and you got the Prime and all this stuff, right? You're going to be able to watch it here, and we're going to be able to watch it all together in real time, same time. It's going to be fucking awesome. Like, I'm looking very forward to this, and you can rest 100% assured that I will have my drinks ready, and I plan to get high as fuck.
Sexy time.
I have every intention of having a good time. You guys rule, man. We do this well. We do this well. This community, it rules. All of you, young and old. All of you, old friends, new friends. Old friends that have become new friends again. It's all amazing. I'm going to catch all you tomorrow, okay? Love you all. Thanks again for keeping me company. Tomorrow, Borat 2.